Hours after CBN bans cryptocurrency, see what Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala posted that got people talking. Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, a Nigerian-born economist and international development expert who spent a 25-year career at the World Bank as a development economist, scaling the ranks to the number 2 position of Managing Director, Operations, is currently looking set to be the Director General of the World Trade Organization. The former finance minister of Nigeria had direct competition for the position drop out of the race for the DG of WTO today. In light of this, Okonjo-Iweala took to her Twitter account to make a statement grateful for the expression of support from the US, congratulating her counterpart, Madam Yo of the Republic of Korea, for a hard-fought campaign, and also thanking President Muhammadu Buhari and all the Nigerians for their immense support. This is what she posted. Grateful for the expression of support from the US today for DG WTO. Congratulations to Madam Yo of Republic of Korea for a hard-fought campaign. Thank you, President Muhammadu Buhari and all Nigerians for your unflinching support. Thank you, friends. Love my family. Glory to God. This statement is coming hours after the Central Bank of Nigeria issues a ban on the use and trade of cryptocurrency in the country. Nigerians, while reacting to Mrs. Okonjo-Iweala's statement, urged her to advise the government to reverse this ban, which will do nothing but hamper the growth of the economy of the country. As the first ever woman to be finance minister in Nigeria, as well as the first to hold that position twice after she served under the government of Obasanjo and Goodluck Jonathan, Iweala looks like the perfect person to run at this moment. Thank you for listening to this news. Perfect. Yeah, it's right. She's a perfect product. She's the right person, no doubt at all. All right, and the support is already there to own that position. Nigerians are already set to give her that support to truly become that director of WTO, which she already is. Understand? Okay, all right. But then, in aspect of asking her to speak to the president, that's yes. Now the government. You're not talking about the government. You're talking about the federal government or the state government. But the person that Okonjo-Iweala will definitely speak to is President Muhammadu Buhari. Am I right? Good. Yes, she has won the seat of WTO of a truth. But then, what Nigerians are requesting and asking her to do, the question is, will Buhari really give her a listening ear? Will Buhari truly give her a listening ear? That is the question. Even if Buhari gave her a listening ear, as per when she was going in gave her a listening ear and support when she was going in for the position of WTO, does it mean that Buhari will give her a listening ear to open and take off the ban or to lift the ban? Do you think Buhari will do that? We are talking about an autocratic leader here who only listens to himself. Someone that pays attention to himself. He doesn't want to know you. Even if you are his closest pal, his wife, as close as his wife is to him, even as precious as the wife is to him, he doesn't discuss political matters with the wife. Yes, maybe you don't know. That is what you don't know about the president the president of this country. He put hope on him, on himself alone. Look at the period he went out. He's going for. He went out in search of who to take over the seat of late Abakari as chief of staff. What did he do? He left Asoro quietly and silently without leaving any notice behind. Without leaving any notice behind, he left, brought his chief of staff, presented it to them. They have no say now. Even the wife was shocked because the wife already has what's it called? She already has a candidate to present to the husband. That everyone is already pointing finger at the person saying, "Oh, this is who is going to become the next chief of staff, or this person is going to succeed Abakari and all of that." Unknown to all of them that Buhari has already gone out in search of his chief of staff. He placed everyone on shock. Everybody was on shock. Yes, everybody was shocked. So you don't predict Buhari. Buhari does what he wants, and whatever he wants is what he gets. That isn't for you. You don't decide for him. That is why this administration is run under a single man decision, and it is wrong. It is wrong. How can an administration be run under a single man decision? For what reason? Why do you have advisors then? Why do you employ advisors? As far as I'm concerned, this is the administration that has the highest advisors. Yes, other administrations have advisors, but Buhari administration has over 15 advisors. Yet those advisors are not working. They are ready to work, but Buhari is not ready to use them. When they are talking, it looks as if they are talking to waters. It looks as if any of their opinion mean nothing. Their opinions will just be floating on water without fetching anything out. And it's so crazy. It's so crazy when you are trying to advise someone, the person is just overlooking your advice, as in, So these people are just collecting their fat salaries, and their advice is not making anything out. It's so crazy. It's so crazy. The same thing goes to when you want to borrow money. It doesn't consult economists. You need economists to advise you. First of all, the economy need to know what is in the reserve. And they know what you are actually lending the money for. Then from there, they will now know the amount suitable to collect before adding it to what is in the reserve. And which sector do you need to plump in this money you collected in order to get to yield profit. And after yielding this profit, so you can be able to pay back this money. But why doesn't do that? He doesn't do that. And that is why today we are still owing. See, don't be surprised. Very soon, very, very soon, what is it? China is going to buy half of this country. Half of Nigeria is going to China very soon. Just get prepared. Just pray. Because what we are owing China, look at Zimbabwe. Do you know that Zimbabwe now, China is about taking half of Zimbabwe now? Because Zimbabwe are owing China lots of money. And now Nigeria is also owing China. They are also owing China. So what are we saying now? What are you going to say about that? So just pray. Let us just get ready. Because by the time China gets set, you will cry for Nigeria. You will cry for Nigeria. And don't pray you cry for this country. Because the debt on our neck is too much. It's too much. Do you understand? So that is just the matter. So don't just think that we are safe. We are not safe anything. Right? So my viewers, deem it free to leave your own side of the comments below the comment section. Click on the subscription button as well as bell button to receive more updates. Thank you.